Well, I gotta say it's nice to finally see this map see the light of day. Now, when I was over at Gamescom in August, it was really frustrating because we'd played these two new close quarters Battlefield maps that sucked completely in my opinion, and we did actually get to play Operation Underground, and in fact I had played it one time prior to this at EA Play, and on both occasions I wasn't allowed to show any gameplay, even though I could talk about it. And without a shadow of a doubt, it was one of the best maps available in Battlefield 5 when it was eventually going to release, which is now. And in this video today, I'm going to be breaking down Operation Underground for all of you who are ready to sink your teeth in, how to do your best on this map, what are the possibilities, and more importantly, just kind of an overview and general opinion on what this offers. So we'll start off with the general opinion. Now, Operation Underground is Metro. Without a shadow of a doubt, the DNA is very much there. But one of the big changes that they've made is offering a few more flanking routes in some areas that really allow the game to flesh itself out a bit. You no longer just get this landslide of walls of infantry where you just can't get through. For the skillful, more audacious players, there really are opportunities here to make a difference. You can go into some of the flanking routes under the tunnels, including some that are submerged underwater, and really make an impact on the field. It's something that I think was missing from the original Metro, and in fact I think it was something that turned off a lot of players from the original Metro, just purely because it did just feel like a meat grinder with no opportunity for any kind of skillful play. But here I think they've done a fantastic job. They've added some layers of verticality between some of the choke points, they've fleshed out the map a bit, added tunnels and side flanking routes, and I think it's a really successful formula, and I really do believe the person who made this map, who was in fact one of the designers of the original Metro, has really done themselves proud here. It's been a great game, and I really enjoy this map. I thoroughly think it's going to be one of the best in Battlefield 5 for a while until the Pacific launches, and I think it's going to be very well received from the community, and I feel like some of that is already showing on social media. Now with the downsides, performance in this map, I just honestly don't understand. Like, I really wish I could somehow explain to you how Battlefield 5's performance works, but I just never will. I've got an i9-9900K and an RTX 2080 Ti. The graphics card alone is probably the best consumer GPU you can get beyond a Titan RTX, which is like $3,000. This is like not a humble brag or a weird flex, but I'm getting 70 FPS on high at 1440p and around 90 to 100 on low at 1440p with a 2080 Ti, which is ridiculously bad. You know, to put this into context for you, I could play Battlefield 4 on Ultra at 200 FPS constant, probably, more or less. Battlefield 1, very solid performance there as well. I don't think I'd dip below 150, 160. I really wish I could explain to you why, for some reason, Operation Underground and Al Sandan just decide to just tear apart performance, but I did a little post on Reddit, and it turns out I'm not alone. And in fact, a lot of other users with various different graphics cards, including some other 2080 Ti's, just simply aren't getting any frame rates in this. And I can only really guess what that translates to when you're playing on console. I can only imagine that it's not very good in that sense, and I imagine that the frame drops are pretty bad. I deliberately did this on PC just because I was worried about performance, and I reckon if I turned off my PS4 Pro or turned it on and gave it a good mash, I'd be severely disappointed with how bad the frame rate dips are. So let's break down what the most successful tactics are here on this brand new map, and it'll be no surprise to you that a lot of them share the old Metro ways. For example, you can just simply not go wrong with an MMG on this map. A lot of the gameplay you're seeing here, I'm either on a stationary gun or using an MG34 purely because it's just an effective instrument. You can lock down entire sections and lanes and just do a really good job. The suppressive fire element of this as well really does make it quite effective in game because you can really lock off areas. It stops people from getting engaged in the situation. It stops people from really just pushing on areas you don't want them to, especially in those middle points between the tracks, and crossing between those and trying to get the flanking routes on. Allowing you to have a single MMG can really lock down an entire region, and it's very much a safe option here. Shotguns as well tend to go pretty well, I have to say. Shotguns, just, you know, it's close quarters. It's a CQB map. You're in dark tunnels and corners and alleyways. There's not a single chance in hell anybody's going to get a really decent long shot on you for the most part. And in this sense, you have a really great chance to use shotguns. It's not something I recommend, but you know what I mean. This is Operation Metro. This is the new Metro revive, and therefore all scummy tactics come back into the fold, be that shotguns, MMGs, or everything in between. And I really do feel as though, for the most part, these are going to be the most popular weapons in this. Fast rate of fire SMGs like the Swallow as well will never go down wrong. But in terms of playing well, I think really using those outer flanking routes is where this really comes into its own. The whole point of the addition of these flanking routes was to really try and take away the negatives from the old Metro experience, and if you utilize them really well, and if you're feeling a little bit brave, on some occasions you can slip in through, and not only does that provide a really great squad spawn point for the rest of your teammates, it also gets the opportunity to get those really great back rages on, the back caps as well, that really matter in terms of trying to shift the tide on a game like this, because this is still Metro. You can still lose A, B, and C, and have zero chance of actually moving out of the objective zones. This has happened in some of my games where we just landslide them and hold them back towards their spawn, and that is indeed possible. But on numerous occasions have I seen people actually, even by accident, just use these flanking routes, get behind us, and make that critical capture that can shake up the game. Those back caps are basically the fundamentals of this map. As many of you will know from the old Metro, being able to get an A or C flag will reshuffle the entire dynamic of the game. It will take a lot of pressure off the central objectives and will give you the opportunity to get your foot back in on a majority. And I think that's probably the most special part of this, and something that I think the map design really plays towards. So if you're looking for something that gives you those opportunities, get those CQB guns out, get your squad ready, and if you're working with some friends, I can guarantee you're going to have some great success on this map. In terms of breakthrough, you're really looking at the sort of smoke grenade heaven, and that kind of happens by natural kind of ways of things, just because people are aware they're being mowed down by machine guns, but you can't go wrong with them. They create confusion, give you opportunities to really make those important pushes. So of course, smoke grenades on breakthrough will be a critical component of doing well. But anywho, that's about it from me today, TheTacticalBrit. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of Operation Underground. Is it any good? How's your performance been? And what are your initial thoughts? As always, folks, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon in another video.